All right, folks, my name is Jeremiah Taylor. I'm a listing agent and buyer specialist with the Clark Group at Life Point Real Estate, serving the central Ohio area. Today, we are going to be doing a driving tour of Driving Park. This is a subdivision located just south of downtown Columbus. And I felt that this was an important video just because there's a lot of investments going on in this area. So I figured, if you're an investor outside of the state or you're local here, I feel like this is definitely an area that you should be aware about. So I kind of just want to drive through the area and kind of talk about it. And if you have any other further questions about the area, please let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. So actually just a few fun facts to start it all off. Driving Park got its name from it being a place where horses were raced. So back in the 1800s and 1900s, they used to ride horses there. They used to race horses and Driving Park. So that's where they get the name from, Driving Park. And then once cars were made, it was converted to an auto racetrack. So pretty interesting. Again, this area is super, super heavily concentrated for investors. So I believe that there was around 120 plus sales in the past 365 days. The highest sale of 2021 was a $337,000 fully remodeled single family home, and the lowest price being $25,000. So you can see that there's totally a wide range of properties going for sale in this area. The median sale being $170,000, which is pretty on point. This area is really good for fix and flips and rentals as well. So the reason that this is such a good location is because it's right by the heart of downtown. So you have, all the hospitals, you have Children's Hospital nationwide all in that area. So you have the travel nurses, you have all the people in the medical field that need housing, and this is super conveniently located and it's super affordable. So again, the biggest bang for your buck is probably, well, obviously it'll depend based on your investment strategy, but you're going to be able to find a lot of fix and flip properties here because this area, it has yet to fully appreciate to where I believe it'll be one day. As you can see, there's a lot of dilapidated homes. There's a lot of homes that are distressed. There are a lot of homes that have just kind of just sat there and kind of just, withered away. So my team, we've secured a few properties in this area in the past 12 months, specifically in Driving Park. We have investors specifically looking in this area. It really is just buying super low, as low as possible, and completely rehabbing the property. That's really, I think would be the biggest bang for your buck. Unless, of course, you had the financial bandwidth to be able to buy and hold. I really like Driving Park. I think it's a super cool area. I think long term, I know that the appreciation is going to get there. You're so close to downtown Columbus. I mean, it's just a matter of time, 5-10 years, that this area is really going to boom. I feel like it kind of has that Old Town East vibe, which I'll do another video on, but it's like a more urban area. And over time, it's kind of, for lack of better words, it's been gentrified. What we're trying to do as a team is to, not just put a band-aid on these homes, but to really truly rehabilitate them and to make them good, solid homes for people to purchase. That's really our goal, is to promote home ownership. So yeah, so Driving Park, personally, I don't know if I would live there, just to be completely honest with you. I could. I mean, there's some really cool investments down there. I mean, again, there's a lot of rehabilitation going on, so there's a lot of really cool investments. There's a lot of really cool flips happening. If the property was right, then I could see myself living there. But the location in and of itself is not ideal, not prime. So if you're an investor, it's obviously, as you can see, it's a low to middle income area, and you're really going to get the best bang for your buck for those people and the people who live in the city who don't want to commute too far. I mean, it's a city suburb, it's nothing luxurious. It's not the worst part of town. I would much rather live there than other areas of Columbus. So, Yeah, all in all, I think that it's a great place for investors. I think it's a great place for, middle to lower income families. There's a lot of assistance from the city and the government for people to live in these kind of areas that are lower to middle income, just to really push that appreciation, to really drive that home ownership, and to just really drive the entire area up in value. And I think that it will happen. It's just a matter of time. It's super conveniently located. I mean, you saw when I started the video, I was just getting off the freeway. It's a pretty small pocket area, and it's so close to downtown. So it's just really conveniently located. You can be on the freeway in less than 5 minutes. So if you work downtown, if you work at the hospital, if you have to go to OSU, it's like a 15-20 minute drive max. So it's really conveniently located, and you could really get anywhere within Columbus in like 15 to 25 minutes from Driving Park. If you're an investor from out of town, I'd love to work with you. Or if you are a homeowner here in Driving Park and you're looking to get rid of a property, we buy properties cash. So if there's any way that I can be a resource to you, please give me a call. If you're thinking of investing outside of your market, I think Columbus would be a great choice. We're approaching a listing here listed at $300,000, and it's a very standard flip. We're going to be walking up here right now. So this is a Cape Cod 1.5 story, again listed at $300,000. It's 1650 square feet, a complete remodel. Listed for $300,000. They originally purchased it just a few months ago for $137,000. I don't have any pictures of the previous condition, but as you can see now, it's gorgeous, but it's nothing over the top. It's a pretty simple, pretty standard flip. I think a lot of people make mistakes when they, see a really good deal, but then their rehab costs are too expensive. They put too much money in, thinking that, the area they're going to reap the benefits of that. But sometimes in this area, people go really way over the top, and it's unnecessary. Like, you have to remember that this area is not where it will be in 5 to 10 years. So you don't want to put in so much money, because you may not get a return on that investment. So the next property that we're going to look at is a little bit lower price. It's actually half the price. It's listed at $167,000, 1,100 square feet. They purchased it for $29,000 in 2017. So that's a pretty nice, that's really nice margins. So it's a 2-bed, 1-bath. And again, it's on the market for $167,000, and I totally see them getting close to that. So with having purchased it for $29K, I really don't think that this is a bad investment. And in terms of a rental, you could rent this out immediately.